Hello everybody. Today I'd like to present to you some of the reasons why it's so important to be able to play E-shaped chords in two different fingerings. One, you already know this. There's your standard E and your other E. Same shape, just use fingers 2, 3, and 4 instead of 1, 2, and 3. So I'm not here today to teach you the chords or how to play them, because I'm going to assume you already know it if you're here. There's a lot of really great, if you want to call them standard progressions, that have been used time and time again for many different songs. Really, they only change via the beat. The chords are the same. The relationship between the chords is very often the same. They might be in different keys, but nonetheless the relationship from first chord to the second to the third, etc. is the same. The beat can change, the melody will change, but the overall organization of the chords is the same. So anyway, if you just start off with like E, B, C sharp minor, A. I'll give you an example. You start off with E, B, C sharp minor, A. So again, I'm playing the E in an alternate shape because I need to get to C sharp minor, which this is the alternate shape of A minor. C sharp minor, same shape, but add a bar chord, a bar. So you got E, B, C sharp minor, A. Now, let's say you want to play it over here. You're going to use the A shape of an E chord on the bar on the 7th fret. So same progression, E, B, bar chord with a alternate shape of an E minor shape used with your bar on the, the 9th fret, creating a C sharp minor, and then a 5th fret major chord, A. So now I've played it this way, and I've played it this way. Now, let's not forget a shape like this, where you could either call this, depending upon whether you consider this a D shape or a C shape. I wouldn't argue with you either way. I would call it a C shape because the natural position is C. And in order to play a D, the C chord is dependent upon the nut. So I'm going to call that the natural position, right? To play a D chord, we have to add fingers. To play this D chord, we have to add fingers because we don't over here. This finger is added because you don't have the use of the nut to support the open strings, which you do and is already supported. So this is actually another way. It's not so easy to play. Playing a C chord, it becomes a D chord over here, becomes an E chord over here. So to get back to what we were talking about before, to play, let's say, E, B, C sharp minor, A. I can go E, B, C sharp minor, A, E, B, C sharp minor, A. Or I can go E, B, C sharp minor, A. Or I can go E, B, C sharp minor, A. Or I can go E, B, C sharp minor, A. So there's no one correct way to play it, but the basic progression is E, B, C sharp minor, A, or E, B, C sharp minor, A, let's just try E, C sharp minor, B, A. So again, all the same rules apply. You're going to play an E alternate. And this is actually, again, an A minor alternate shape. But when it's on the 4th fret of with your bar on the 4th fret, it's now a C sharp minor. And then over here we have our B, which is an A shape. Okay, so we have E, C sharp minor, B, A. Okay, let's move it to this position of E in a C shape, or if you want to call it a D shape, we could argue about that all day. So we have E, C sharp minor, B, A, E, C sharp minor, B, A, or I can go E, C sharp minor, B, A, or I can go E, C sharp minor, B, A, and you can play it with all different strumming patterns and different melodies. No one way is right. Consistency is the most important. So let's say you're doing or you can go, or let's try a different position. Okay, now let's try, say, E, F sharp minor, A, B. So here's our alternate E. F sharp minor, you have your alternate shape of E minor with a bar. Here's your E minor, bar, 2nd fret, and a bar chord, and a bar chord. So E, I can go E, A, B, or I can go E, F sharp minor, where I'm playing the F sharp minor using an A minor alternate shape, and the bar is on the 9th fret. Or I could do it another way. Here's the E, F sharp minor. Here's your C shape or D shaped A chord, which is not easy to play on an instrument that doesn't have a cutaway. So you have E, C sharp minor, A, B. You can also change the rhythm. Okay, so that's just another one. How about if we do E, B, F sharp minor, A, which is the same 4 chords, just in a different order. So it would be E, B, F sharp minor, A. Okay, so alternate E, A shaped, 1 finger A shaped B chord, F sharp minor, alternate E minor shape on the 2nd fret bar, and then the A. Any way you want to finger it, not important. Back to E, B, F sharp minor, A. Or I can go E, B, F sharp minor, A. I can go E, B, F sharp minor, A. I can go E, B, F sharp minor, A. Okay, how about one last one? Again, same set of chords. E, B, A, F sharp minor. So here we go. E, B, A, F sharp minor. So E alt, B in an A shape, one finger. A, any way you want to play it. And then your F sharp minor on the 2nd fret bar in a E minor shape alternate. So E, or I can do it this way. E, E, how about so you have E on the 7th fret bar, one finger A shape, to B with an alternate E shape, A, 5th fret bar, alternate E shape, and then F sharp minor on the 9th fret in an A minor alternate shape. Or E, E on the 7th fret in an A one fingered shape. B on the 7th fret with an E alt shape. A in a C shape or D shape, whatever you want to call it. That's playing an A chord. And then F sharp minor on the 9th fret with an A minor alt shape. So anyway, these progressions can be used over and over and over again. You could use, as I said, you can mix and match the chords in terms of their position. I mean, I could have done it, let's say, the first one I gave you, E, F sharp minor, A, and B, could have been made into E, F sharp minor, B, A, or E, F sharp minor, E, A, F sharp minor, E, A, F sharp minor, E, A. Okay, hope this helps you.